Hey dumplies, it's Dave Decide. Today I want to get into Jungkook doing a camping V-Live and why people are saying this is a gay date and why some Koreans are mad. I also want to get into Jungkook saying that he fell for a man. So hater or not, make sure you're subscribed with the notification bell on, grab your dumpling, tea spilling mug merch, and let's get into it. There's definitely some controversy with the whole idea that BTS members are gay. So obviously the controversy is to not assume their orientation, but I do think it's quite funny that if I were to make a video talking about the rumors of him and Lisa from Blackpink dating, which are not true, but if I were to make that video, suddenly the conversation would no longer be stop assuming his sexuality. If you're anti-gay or homophobic, just say that and go. In the way we can talk about him possibly dating a woman, we can talk about him possibly dating a man. There's been many signs or things of him even possibly being bi. I do think he likes women, I do think he likes IU and all that, but he's also said, whether joking or not, we don't know, that he has some interest in men. And I'm not going by ship moments where Jungkook hugs Taeyang or whatever, which are cute, but it's a hug and you can do that with people you're close with. By the way, we have plenty of cute Taekook ship reactions over on Patreon if you want to join the fangirling over those cute moments. Check it out. I will link the Patreon in the description. There was some moments previously where Jungkook was at a fan meet, and now keep this in mind, this is speculation and a rumor because during fan meets you're not allowed to respond or take photos. That doesn't mean people still don't do that and that it doesn't leak, because we still see footage of this, but it's technically not allowed. Celebrities like to be candid with their fans at fan signs, and if you record a video and it's taken out of context or they may be in a more vulnerable state and people capture that, it doesn't look good, right? So we can only go by the stories that ARMYs tell at these events. Take it with a grain of salt. But a male ARMY wrote a letter to ask Jungkook out on a date. Jungkook basically responded that it was very brave of him to ask. This was ages ago, and I assumed at this time it was definitely considered taboo in Korea. But Jungkook also added, all right, meaning he'd do the date. But I'm assuming the date never happened, but he could have gone about it in many ways. A lot of artists will say something like, sorry, not into guys, or if you were a girl, maybe, and I've seen this a lot. Jungkook could have written this and it'd be totally fine, but he chose something a little more accepting and more risque for the time, which made a big statement that either Jungkook himself is gay or that he heavily supports. Again, if this is true. There was another moment previously during, I believe, J-Hope's V-Live. Jungkook walks in as J-Hope is playing chicken noodle soup, and Jungkook decides to do the dance, which is so cute. Jungkook was saying how the moment he saw the music video, he loved it and memorized the dance, and then said that this was the moment he realized he fell for a man. Of course, as I said, this can be seen as a joke, but also goes to show that there's no issue with him around people speculating his orientation. If he was so scared or worried about being seen in this light, he would not do any of this. Have you seen some celebrities who are slightly homophobic and they try their very hardest not to do anything remotely gay? Yeah, those people would be offended if you speculated. Jungkook? No. And people get so mad at speculation. The whole point of PR and a publicist is to get people to speculate. There's a literal person in the label and in a celebrity's team, and that is their job, is to get people to speculate. PR, almost by definition of their job, is to keep people wondering and talking, and of course in this way, keep the boys' names top of mind. Interestingly enough, BTS doesn't really need their PR team because ARMYs will talk no matter what, but that doesn't mean BTS or the label are against anyone having speculation. My opinion is we do not know what the boys are, but it is okay to speculate. What do you think about this? Is your opinion more so that we shouldn't think anything, or as long as it's not harmful, it's okay to talk about? I am very curious to know your thoughts on that. There's multiple threads on Twitter that talk about and compile compilations of gay BTS moments that are so cute and fun. And this to me is harmless. There's people who are upset about this, and of course on a platform like Twitter where everyone is gay, they may not get away with talking about being anti-gay. They'll get ratioed or mobbed online. And so what they'll do is head to a Korean platform where the fans are less likely to support gay people and agree with them that these tweets compiling gay moments are bad. One person, very surprised, responded to one of these threads saying, Twitter ARMYs are such a disease. Stop sexualizing them. They are not gay. We can't pass a single day without seeing your unnecessary dramas. I don't think you even respect BTS or what. Since when is being gay drama? I mean, being gay is always like drama, but not drama, you know? And then like the idea that Koreans would ban or shun BTS away if they were ever to actually come out. But I'm not even concerned about them coming out because all of them are celebrities and they will have their own way of dealing with hate if they were to get hate for coming out, and they can cry into their millions of dollars. But for those who are ARMYs and are looking at BTS being so open or so non-caring about what people are thinking, like seeing Jungkook being okay with being called gay might encourage a male ARMY to have strength to come out to his parents. But then seeing this online where people say being gay is called drama and unnecessary and also sexualized, like sexualizing someone, especially if they don't want to be, it can can be a bad thing. So all these negative connotations that this Weverse army is saying about gay people, it would be quite discouraging for anyone. Being gay or queer or whatever is hard enough. For a big portion of your life, you are almost gaslighting yourself, because being like, I like this person who is the same gender as me, but then being like, no, I don't, that's not a real feeling, or this is just a phase, you'll get over it. That's something you fight with on your own. You don't need someone to tell you additionally that those feelings are drama. Please think about the words that you or your friends or your family put on social media. Even if only one stranger sees it, you never know how they'll remember it or if it'll scar them. Jungkook was recently doing a V-Live right before the Yet to Come music video dropped, and he just came on because he felt like him being in the camping area reminded him of ARMY, and he just wanted to come on and give updates. He ended up talking about a lot and clarifying a lot of things, talking about how he met an ARMY during the jazz concert, and also that he lurks online and reads ARMY's posts. So probably things like fanfic as well. Quick, everyone delete everything. But a couple of ARMYs were more sus about what Jungkook was doing. They think that he was by himself, which does appear that way, and others think that he was on a date with someone. It appeared like he was camping, as people were saying it did not look like his apartment or his local area. And it could not be. Maybe he's in an Airbnb in America or something. I don't know. But it looks beautiful. Now, there were alleged rumors and no actual photos of proof that I saw of people saying that Jungkook and Taeyang were spotted together in Busan right before this live stream. Again, I don't know where this comes from, because you can literally say anything, right? If you tweet at it to enough people and big Twitter accounts, someone will also talk about it, and maybe they'll blast it to a bigger platform. And when people see a big account tweet something, they're more likely to believe. But of course, this rumor came right at the time Jungkook did the live stream. So people think Jungkook was on a camping date with Taeyang in Busan. But there seemed to be no one with him, as he was doing the live stream alone the entire time of the stream, and it was very quiet. If it was Taeyang that was with him, I highly doubt he wouldn't pop in at a certain point, or you would hear some noise of him doing something, right? Either by the fire, him walking around, just things. But it was pretty silent the entire time of the stream. I don't know if I would be able to stay or sit still for 30 minutes, the duration of the stream, without making a drop of sound. I was even a bit concerned for Jungkook, why it appeared he was in the middle of nowhere, all alone. And while we see him for like 30 minutes or so for the stream, he was probably there for at least a full night. So that's quite brave of him. So what do you think? Would some Koreans be upset if Jungkook was actually on a date? Do you think he was with someone or by himself? And if you think he was with someone, who do you think it could be? I don't see why it wouldn't be another member of BTS, but perhaps if he was with someone, it would have been a friend, kind of like what people thought he was with at the jazz festival. Let me know what you think. Make sure you check out my Patreon for more videos, link down below. I think it's this lovely comment right here. Love you, bye.